One of the wonders of the world is that we humans, all 7 billion of us, are crowded together on Earth, mostly living in close proximity to each other, but nearly always having some choice as to whether our behavior will conform or follow our individual inclinations. At work, in most occupations, we have to modify our behavior to follow the disciplines required to do the job, although in many computers and TV, to name but a handful. Included in these advances have been medicines and thousands of other everyday items, including foods, all of which have to be made without the slightest risk of contamination, either by minute particles or viable pathogenic microorganisms. And that means that they can only be made or assembled in notes that you don't see under normal circumstances, but that reflect clearly in beamed sunlight, or in the beam of a projector. To make it into a clean room, the whole ceiling is fitted with special filters called HEPA filters, which stands for high-efficiency particulate air filters. The normal, contaminated air entering the room has to pass through the HEPA filters, which traps or cleans circulated particles before. In some less stringently specified cleanrooms, the pharmaceutical industry for example, the air enters the room through localized HEPA filters and is expelled through wall-mounted ducts. In both cases to be returned and mixed with incoming air conditioned for humidity and temperature before being recirculated. Chip paint, textiles and paper, which is why cleanrooms are built using materials and finishes that don't easily break down into particles, and equipment is built from stainless steel and abrasion-resistant plastics. The great contaminator is you, because as a human being, every 7 days or so you shed your skin in the form of skin flakes, and you are also covered in hair. Apart from which, cross-contamination, sometimes called contact-to-contact contamination, where matter is transferred by contact, say by hand from one surface to another. People contaminate today's cleanrooms, and even with a much greater degree of isolation technology and automation, will continue to do so for the foreseeable future. Under normal circumstances, it's the human microenvironment which causes skin flakes to be dispersed into the atmosphere. In a cleanroom, the body is surrounded by a symmetrical bell shape of unidirectional clean air, which is stronger than and counters the effect of the inverted bell-shaped upward-flowing air current created by the human microenvironment. When a person is standing still, the two forces are dominated by the downward airflow of the cleanroom. The relationship between the body, the speed of movement, and the work areas are all critical. It's wrong to move rapidly to a work area and to stop suddenly and turn, because this will create a vortex of particle-carrying air which will contaminate. The correct way is to move slowly to the workstation, then to sit down, if possible, without letting one's hands touch the chair, and to position oneself carefully. Taking this to the next stage, it's wrong to approach a person working at a bench and to talk to them.